Thanks Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. And here's the star of today's show. This is known as butter of the gods, and for very good reason. It is like butter, but it tastes like a steak. And there's a little bit of work that goes into this because you can't just buy it, as everything starts off with bone marrow. As you can see, the redness between bone marrow is actually blood. I highly recommend you taking it out because it will make your butter of the gods taste better. And to do that, it's pretty simple. You just gotta mix a little bit of salt and water and let them soak in there overnight, because then you wanna throw them in the oven in the broiler setting. The goal is to try to extract the bone marrow as much as possible, and the last thing you want is for it to burn. So as soon as it's fully melted, it's time to take it off, because once you are done, you should be left with something like this. And if needed, go ahead and scrape the bone even more. The last thing we want is for anything to go to waste. To have it as pure as possible, I like to run it through a strainer. This should leave you with something looking like this. It almost looks identical to oil. That is a sign that you did a good job. Nothing is burned, and exactly what you're looking for, because now the only thing left to do is to let it solidify. And for that, I just put it on the refrigerator for 1 hour. And take a look. This is as good as it gets. And I am looking forward to find out how good it's gonna be to sear steaks. Talking about that, these are the ones I'm gonna be using for today's experiment. There are 3 beautiful ribeyes, 1.5 inches thick each, and most importantly, they have a good amount of marbling. And of course, the first thing we gotta do is to get them seasoned. And for these, I kept it quite simple. A little bit of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. One of the biggest mistakes most people make is that they don't season it properly. So make sure not only to sear both sides but also the edges. As next thing to do is to cook them sous vide. For that, I threw all of them in the bag, vacuum sealed them, and they were ready for the water bath. That's perfect because it allows me time to go ahead and make an awesome little side dish appetizer. And these are pasta chips. They are truly delicious. And to make them, it's super easy. Let me show you. You can use any type of pasta you like, but I chose these today. The first thing to do is to get them fully cooked. Remember, you're not going to be eating them as pasta. So for this application, make sure you cook them all the way through. If you don't, they're just going to be way too hard. Once fully cooked, go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil and mix it well. Season it whichever way you like. For me, I went with a little bit of salt, followed by smoked paprika, garlic powder, black pepper, and onion powder. Mix everything well to ensure that everything is fully coated with the seasoning. Throw it down on a baking sheet with some parchment paper and spread it well. You gotta make sure that they don't overlap each other, because now I'm gonna throw it in my oven. You can also deep fry these, or use your air fryer if you like. Just make sure that they don't overlap. I set my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit in the air fryer setting. Let it cook in there for about 30 minutes. However, every 15 minutes you want to stir things around. It is super easy to get them burned, and mixing them around like this will ensure that that does not happen. Because once the time is up, you should be left with this. Now I'll tell you one thing, they are a great snack, and the crunch is just insane.
You saw how easy it is to make? Come on now. And it's the perfect little snack. Extra crunchy. Use whichever seasoning you want. But if you want to take it to the next level, you can also make a nice dipping sauce, and let's do that right now.
Yep, pairing it up with a dipping sauce makes this thing even better. And this dipping sauce right here is super easy to make. Let me show you. I started with Greek Yorgut, followed by Feta Cheese, garlic paste, lemon juice, black pepper, parsley, and Sushi Vinegar. Mix it well because your sauce is done. And as always, exact amount and ingredients always on the description down below for you. Now this paired up with the pasta chips is addicting. And now going back to searing our steaks, and this is duck fat. I'm also going to be putting this to the test. Well, what about bacon fat? Yes, every time I cook a little bit of bacon, I save the fat. Maybe it's time to put it to good use. And searing my steaks with some bacon fat will let us know if it's truly the best way to do it. And as you can see, we have 3 of our contestants ready to go. The bone marrow, the bacon fat, and the duck fat. And to sear the steaks, I'm not only going to be using these fat, but also a little bit of thyme and garlic. Because as you know, when you take the steak out of the sous vide bag, it looks like this. I mean, steak without a crust is the same thing as a peanut butter sandwich without bread. It's necessary. And to make sure I do everything to the same exact amount and time, I'll be first laying down the fats, followed by the steak right on top. I'll be keeping all of the temperature exactly the same. I'll leave each side of the steaks to sear for a total of 1.5 minutes, because that is good enough. Take a look at this. That is a nice crust. Once both sides are seared, I'll throw in the garlic and thyme. Then I'll be basting for an additional 30 seconds. And don't forget about the edges, because once I'm done, I shall have the perfect sear throughout the whole thing. And we're gonna find out if bone marrow is really the best way to do it. As now, the only thing left to do is to fully cook all of the steaks. For that, I threw them in the water bath at 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. That will cook them to perfectly medium rare.
I got my beautiful steaks ready to go. Remember, I cooked them at 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. That is enough to cook them all the way through. But at the same time, as soon as I take them out of the bag, you know that they're not gonna be looking nice because they're gonna need the sear, and we have the fats ready to go. So I say it is enough talking because the steaks are ready, we are hungry, and it's time to take them out. Let's do it. One of the most important things right now is to make sure that I pat these steaks dry so that I can get all of that moisture out of the steak. If not, you're not going to be getting a good sear. That is so important. If not, the steak is going to get overcooked, especially when you're searing on the pan like I am. But hey, I'm excited to find out how the bone marrow is gonna taste. With all that being said, I know what you're thinking. I know my steaks don't look that good right now, but watch this. Before moving forward, I want to share some really cool updates from our sponsor today, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid has over 600 champions. You can explore champions combinations and countless tactics to take on raid bosses and much more. Use my link below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC. Look, let me take you through one of my favorites. A PvP arena match? This gets my adrenaline pumping. Here's another one. Oh yeah. And there's something amazing happening in Raid. They've just released a brand new legendary champion designed after a huge personality in the gaming community, Ninja. Look at him go. Ninja is available for free right now. Everyone can get him, but he's only going to be available until October 15. He is a super limited edition champion, and once that day comes, you will never be able to get Ninja again. Also, this month Raid just released a huge new Doom Tower update, and 2 huge new bosses to take on, Astronus the Dark Fae, and Boomal the Dreadhorn, along with new enemy balance on tower floors, new secret rooms to discover, and a new artifact sets to win. The whole month is packed with awesome events and tournaments, including a very special event with a brand new feature, Super Raid, which lets you double up your rewards from hitting dungeons and massively speed up your progress. All you have to do is hit the link on the description or scan my QR code and you're gonna get an epic hero Chanuro, 200,000 silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refuel, and 1 nation shard so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. Just click the link on the description and I'll see you in the game. Thank you Raid for sponsoring this video, and don't forget to get the limited edition champion Ninja. But now, let's get right back to it. Alright everybody, here we have our beautiful steaks. Are you hungry, Momo?
I'm starving to go.
Oh, I'm me as well.
Those steaks are looking good.
They were all cooked the same exact way. They were all seared exactly the same way, but different. And I just want to know which one tastes better. So this is like a little TikTok trend, Momo. Basically, it's pasta chip fried. Oh, I guess you want to try it right now, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Let's just go for it. A little guga sauce, let's just call it. That's what it is. Ready for it?
Okay.
All right, little pasta. Cheers, everybody.
Wow. It's crunchy.
Extra crunchy. I'll tell you that right now. I hope the crunch came through the camera.
I'm sure it came. That sauce is amazing.
It is very important that you make it, you eat it. Don't let it sit out the next day or so forth, because then the crunch becomes too hard. But if you eat it right away, it's good.
Wow. That sauce is so refreshing.
I know, right?
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Highly recommend. Use whatever seasoning you like. It's gonna turn out great. Okay, but that's not what we're here for.
I'm about to continue eating it,
Okay.
but let's go for the steak.
All right, let's go for it, Mama. Let's start with this one right here.
All right.
Cheers. Everybody. No, I can never get tired of steak, everybody.
The steak is amazing, but there's a little hint of something different there.
Yes, there is. I am so surprised on how different it makes the steak. So this one right here, I just seared it with bacon, Mama. Bacon fat.
Yes, yes, yes.
I highly recommend you giving it a try with the bacon fat. It is different than butter basting, and it's something amazing, and it does wonders to your steak. It doesn't taste like bacon steak, but it tastes like bacon steak. If you understand what I'm saying.
If you ever like fried an egg on the bacon fat,
yeah,
you know, you get that little hint of bacon.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but on a steak.
Exactly. Highly recommend. It works extremely well.
Really, really good.
Let's go for the next one, Mama. So I guess you can already tell what the experiment is all about, yeah? We're searing it with different things, different fats. Smells amazing, everybody. Smells good, right?
The smell of this one is a little bit more delicate than the smell of the other one.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, let's find out how good it tastes. Cheers, everybody. It is so different.
Very different.
Right?
Wow.
Just like when I did the experiment when I deep fried chicken in different fats. It is so different, everybody.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
But you made me eat bacon first. Come on.
I enjoyed it, but I'm with you. I like the bacon a lot better.
The different flavor is more pronounced on the bacon one.
Right.
This one has a little bit, it's there, but it's more delicate.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Like you're in a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes, this one was with duck fat. Duck fat.
there you go, that's why.
I don't think it's worth doing this one. I'll be honest. I think you're much better doing it with the bacon fat because this one is phenomenal. But now, it's time to go for the last one. You ready?
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you once
Getting
again.
promised. I mean, bacon, duck fat.
I know. Can you imagine? Can you think about what that is?
Like Wagyu fat?
Oh, maybe we're gonna find out right now. You ready?
Let's go.
Cheers, everybody.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Come on now. Which one's the winner, Mama?
Wow. This one.
You know what I want to do before I give any type of explanation to you
I
guys?
want to have another bite.
I want to dunk it, Mama. I want to dunk it on this fat. Just try with a dunking fat here. I'll tell you one thing. Oh my God. That is amazing.
It's stronger than the bacon is.
Yes.
But it doesn't have more flavor than the bacon does.
Correct. It's very beefy flavor. Let's just say it like that. I'm curious to find out how these garlic chips are gonna taste.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Cheers, everybody. Oh my Lord. I just discovered one of my favorite things to eat right now.
Oh man.
Wow.
Wow. There's more garlic.
I can eat every single. This one was with bone marrow, Mama.
There you go.
I seared the steak with
There you
pure
go.
clarified bone marrow.
Wow, that's why.
That is the winner, everybody, by far. At least to me, the bacon came right at second,
You know what?
and then the duck fat last.
It's gonna be a while since I have something this nice.
There you go. This one is amazing. Anyway, guys, these are the results. I highly recommend you giving it a try, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything's always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
See ya.